Another match, if you remember from round 1, we featured Michael Hetrick, who had lost his round 1 feature match. Well, since then, things have been going very well. Michael has won his next 4 rounds and is now sitting at X-1. So he is down a game to Zachary Brown, but we have a control mirror here.
Oh boy, and this is only game 2.
It's game 2, it's 16 minutes on the clock.
Probably give them some kind of time extension for moving them over to the camera match, but
Hetrick
unlikely to go game 3 here.
So for those of you who are just joining us, Hetrick is playing mostly, it's Esper control, it's mostly a blue-white control, typical to the style of Ship It Holland. If you've seen his decks online, it is a blue-white tap-out control deck. It's essentially, it's game-winning. It is playing 4 Thought Scours as instants, but otherwise it is tapping out for Lingering Souls, for 4 Sun Titans, and 2 Phantasmal Images.
Oh my goodness. Matthias, yeah. I'm looking at this deck list, and it's making my eyes spin in my head. Because it's like 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, 1, 1. Like these are the numbers of cards.
The cornerstones of the deck, I would say, are 4 Thought Scour, 4 Forbidden Alchemy, 4 Lingering Souls, 4 Sun Titan.
Okay, yeah. So look at those 4s.
Okay.
And then
3 Mana Leak, 3 O-Ring, and then 2 Phantasmal Image, and then he has a smattering of 1-ofs.
I love some of these 1-ofs. Like he's got 1 Deadweight, which is fantastic. Yeah, exactly, to have in a Sun Titan deck.
Right. So our other player,
Zachary Brown, right,
is playing a slower 3-color control deck. His is Think Twice, Mana Leak, Pristine Talisman, Forbidden Alchemy, a full 4 Day of Judgments, and then he has 2 Zeniths, 1 white, 1 blue. So he's really hoping to just make land drops for the whole game. In this sense, Hetrick is probably the aggro deck in this matchup. If it goes late, he won't really be able to compete with, Blue Sun Zenith for 6.
And he really can't go late in terms of the game score.
No.
If this game goes too long, it's going to end up as a draw. Michael Hetrick needs to win game 2 very quickly to even have a chance to take this match.
So he's milled an O-Ring into his hand with a Thought Scour. It's setting up a Sun Titan into O-Ring play. So granted, in a control mirror, sometimes there aren't that many things to Oblivion Ring, but it gives Zachary even less incentive to tap out. Because essentially, if he taps out, Hetrick will be able to remove whatever he plays and get a 6/6 to boot.
Snapcaster Mage at the end of Zachary's turn. He's going to get Mana Leaked.
They both have sided in probably 1 Jace Memory Adept, so they also have that going. Hetrick could try to stick one of those very early. That, unfortunately, would have been great for Hetrick to have seen right there, untap Jace go. And since he drew out a counter spell on Zachary's end step.
And Michael Hetrick may have also boarded in a Haymaker in White Sun's Zenith.
Almost certainly has. He has Sun Titan. It looks like he has Sun Titan in his hand. Is that the? I think he also has he has 2 Sun Titans, it appears, and I think he might have the White Sun Zenith.
Zachary's going to think both times, draw up some cards, and reload.
And we'll see Hetrick, if he has the Zenith, he'll probably try for it on Zachary's end step here. A flip card for 3 is a Chalice of Life.
Really?
Well, that is... So in addition to his 2... Okay, so now we have... in addition to the 3 Pristine Talismans deck, Zachary Brown has 2 Chalice of Life in his deck for the mirror match. It's very
so Chalice of Life. That is, what? Tap, gain a life?
Tap, gain a life. If you then have 30, flip it. In the flipped version, tap, target player loses 5 life.
It's not just 30 though, right? Isn't it 10,
it's 10 more than you started with? So in your commander decks, you do not get to have.
Right.
You have to put in the work. If you
and I
want
like that wording though for the different formats.
So he has enough mana to play Sun Titan into Snapcaster Mage into Thought Scour.
Right.
Or he might O-Ring. No, he's just going to...
the Chalice? Oh, double. He had a Phantasmal Image. So now he's doubling up on his
Sun Titans and deciding whether or not to get getting Evolving Wilds. $21 for Zachary Brown. So hopefully Zachary presumably has some sort of sweeper here.
I'm confused. Why did Michael tap 2 more? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
The image, I am unclear.
He may have just instinctively tapped 2 mana for the image.
Did he cast it from his hand?
I thought he brought it back.
All right, so Sun Titan on the other side.
Oh, getting back a Nihil Spellbomb.
Not getting back, casting. The Spellbomb was in Zachary's hand.
Okay.
But that will be very good against the Sun Titan.
Yeah.
Hetrick needing some sort of answer to that.
It looks like Zachary's tapped out, but he'll just fire off that Spellbomb.
He will fire it out without the black mana, to be sure.
Oh!
And we have a Spellbomb on the other side. So you don't want to be the first one to crack a Spellbomb here, because in a Sun Titan War, the guy with the... So, see, now he gets Hetrick's Graveyard, so Hetrick's Sun Titans will not trigger. But conversely, Hetrick is going to get Zachary's Graveyard and then now have a Nihil Spellbomb in it.
Right.
He won't be able to get either of those back this turn, but...
They've got some wonderful snacks and goodies over there. If you're hungry and want to grab some food, now would be the time to do it. They will be closing down in about a half hour by 5 o'clock.
Michael getting the card off his Spellbomb.
And most importantly, like you said, having the Spellbomb in his graveyard.
So right, so now he can, when he has an attack, and it's Haunted Fengraf, also very good with Sun Titan. Or is that Ghost Quarter?
That's
Ghost Quarter. I know he's playing a Haunted Fengraf. But apparently no, that is not the Fengraf right now. And another Sun Titan. He's all in on... And he pretty much has to be all in on Zachary not having a Day of Judgment here. He doesn't have really enough time.
Right.
He has to just kind of assume that he has to win 2 games. He has to assume that Zachary does not have a day.
Zachary Brown staring down 3 Sun Titans with only one of his own.
He does have. He has a Jace and a Sun Titan in his hand. I think he's got to play that. Okay, he's playing Jace. So he has a Dissipate as his 3rd card, so he wants to leave up the Dissipate. Though Jace will probably quickly become disloyal, as the Sun Titans should be able to take care of him. He's milling himself for 10.
He's looking for something to get with that Sun Titan.
What could he do? He was probably looking...
Maybe another Spellbomb.
He has Forbidden Alchemies.
Oh, Oblivion Ring, certainly. Like if he
Certainly
knows an Oblivion Ring
Ring
there and attacks with his Sun Titan, then
that still doesn't do that much.
Well, you can take out the one Titan.
You can take out nothing. Michael Hetrick still has an uncracked Spellbomb. So when he...
Yeah,
and
okay,
Zachary concedes on the board.
And that was exactly what Michael Hetrick needed to do. He won that game in just about 8 minutes.
Right. So it's 8. There's currently 8 minutes 30 seconds left in the round.
And that's on the official round clock. This is a feature match, so they're going to have some form of time extension.
Right.
So we're probably looking at 10 to 12 minutes for these guys.
That's what I'd say.
And that can certainly, either one of them can win this game in that time because they have these huge monsters like Sun Titans here. Mm-hmm. If they go unopposed, especially with Phantasmal Images coming back and doubling up on their Sun Titans.
Yeah. The Chalice of... So tell me a bit about what your thoughts on the Chalice of Life sideboard plan out of Zachary Brown.
I have no idea. That really took me by surprise. Does he have any other... He does have 3 pristine talismans.
Yes,
and
3
he's got 2 timely reinforcements, another in his sideboard, and Elspeth Tyrell. So that's a fair amount of life gain, so that he could kind of, play a Chalice and immediately flip it theoretically in some points.
I mean, a flipped Chalice demands an O-ring, almost certainly.
It's an interesting card, and you can get it back with Sun Titan.
You can get it back with Sun Titan. It is an interesting card. I'm not... I guess you can consider me among the skeptical for it, but it certainly is a fun card.
Well, it's an unexpected card.
Unexpected, absolutely.
I think that's kind of a key to that card.
Well, yeah, I don't think it's as bad as it might. I think it's actually, sorry, I should clarify. I think it's more. I think it's very close. It's very good. It's not as bad as it might seem. I think it's very reasonable to do. I'm not sure it's better than more traditional control cards, but I actually think there are games where I think the Chalice of Life could achieve what it's trying to do.
It's another potential finisher.
Yes.
And Zachary Brown is only 2 colors, So he doesn't have access to black, which for decks like this usually means, you know, the Nephalia Drown Yard can be used as a finisher.
He actually does have access to black. He has 4 isolated chapels. They're just for his Forbidden Alchemy flashback and for his Nile Spellbomb activation.
Okay, I didn't see that earlier.
But
he does not have the Drown Yards anywhere.
He does not appear to have Drown Yards anywhere, and neither does Hetrick. Hetrick has 1 in the board.
He's got 1 in his board, and this is probably a matchup you bring it in.
Absolutely.
To help yourself mill or to finish your opponent
I don't know.
off.
I might side it back out if I was in a quick game 3, though. As I don't see... All right, well, Zachary Brown on the play. Leads off with Plains and Evolving Wilds. Both of them basically just hoping to make sure they hit every land drop up to 6.
Search faster.
Hetrick with the Swamp.
Attention Magic players.
Probably means he has lands of both the other colors.
Your pairings are going out. Again, players in the Modern Challenge.
And I love that Michael Hetrick has a singleton Blade Splicer. Like, that's another Sun Titan thing that you get back and get really aggro with all of a sudden.
Yeah, he has, so singletons, he has 1 Blade Splicer, 1 Snapcaster, 1 Deadweight, 1 Ratchet Bomb. And he's thought scouring himself main phase, I believe. Alchemy in the yard. Sometimes I guess you'd want them in your hand, but in your yard's not the worst. And Zachary Brown thinking and then thinking again.
Here we go, getting into the turns where we're going to start seeing some spells slung at end of turn. No, nothing from Zachary. But he does go for main phase.
Pristine Talisman. And he's got another Pristine Talisman in his hand.
And then if he gets the Chalice of Life.
Which is the Chalice of Life. My thought
he's
goes
going to do it.
The rest of his hand is 2 Sun Titans and a White Sun Zenith. So there's a more...
Okay, that might
there's
do
a
it
more
as
practical
well.
route. But
Ramp
it would
up
be
to
great
the...
to see him. I'm personally wanting him... Love to see a Chalice of Life come out. And 21.
I mean, that's so... I've never seen anyone play that, even in Limited.
No, there's no Pristine Talisman in Limited. The only life gain really is Knot of the Bone in Limited, which probably...
That's big life gain.
There are, but there aren't many archetypes that are Knot of the Bone Chalice of Life.
I'll bet Tom Martell disagrees. He'll find a way to make a Knot of the Bone deck work. And there's the second Pristine Talisman. So Zachary's life total is going to be ticking up here.
Yep. Though if Hetrick can establish board control with a slew of Titans, that probably will not matter. Zachary does not actually have a counterspell here. He just has Forbidden Alchemy.
So Evolving Wilds, so...
Hetrick doesn't seem to have much action right now.
He needs to wait a turn.
Oh no, Brown does have a Mana Leak. I should correct myself. And he keeps an Oblivion Ring, discarding Think Twice.
Would you just jam a Titan here on 6 if you're either player? 6 or 7, like before you have Mana Leak?
Brown doesn't, because Zachary has a White Sun Zenith, I don't see a reason to. I think he's going to end step 1 threat and then go for another threat, and that's probably what I would do also.
But Michael may have to play a threat here. Zachary just gaining life. He's got the White Sun Zenith at the top.
White Sun for 1?
He's thinking about it.
He's leaving up 2 mana. He's White Sunning for 2.
So he's
hoping to Mana
2
Leak.
cats and representing a Mana Leak.
So Hetrick can play Negate, pay for the Mana Leak. Whoa, he's shuffling too quick. Oh, Hetrick will let that resolve.
What was that?
The judge was checking out the card.
Just reading
making sure the tokens are okay. We determined that they are.
I guess we don't have any cat tokens on hand. We should get some cat tokens. Oh, we do have cat tokens. All right.
Now, what do we suppose Hetrick did not with the counterspell? That surprises me. I don't see the rest of his hand, so I'm not sure, but... Flashing back a Forbidden Alchemy.
That's a good reason not to counterspell.
What do you suppose he's looking for?
A Sun Titan and 3 good cards to dump in his graveyard. Or more counter backup.
Alright.
I mean, he's got Jace Memory Adept in his hand, but not that good when you're facing down two cats. Cat warriors? Or just cats?
Just cats. Just cats. They do look like warriors, though.
I think those might be the warrior. No, those are from Stars.
Those are just cats. Lingering Soul, so he's going to attempt to trade some souls with some cats.
Those spirits also without occupations, so heck of a lot of unemployment on the field.
And more spirits. Right, so he answers his... It's fairly good. He's answered a White Sun Zenith with a Lingering Souls. And Zachary Brown now going for 3 life. He's gonna... Looks like he's going to... Oh, having another card. I'm still really hoping right now that Zachary Brown could play a Chalice of Life right now, actually, and that's a very live draw. Well, no, right now it would be 3 life. It would raise him to 30, and he'd get the flip immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And it doesn't flip back even if you
And I like the move on
30.
Hetrick's part there, how he's managed to basically trade a Lingering Souls with a White Sun Zenith. As White Sun Zenith is easily the stronger card in the matchup. And Chalice of Life.
Oh, so it's going to flip, right, immediately? Counter, negate.
If you are a judge, please.
He's going to try to negate it, but I'm not sure. There's a mana leak in Zachary's hand.
And you heard head judge Sean Catanese there announce the end of the round, but we'll find out from just a sec how much of a time extension these guys have on the
And there's the negate, and Zachary is going to have a Chalice of Death in play.
Oh my goodness, this match is going to end with the Chalice just chipping away, right? What can Michael Hetrick do? He needs to find, I guess, Ratchet Bomb, since it's a transformed card. It has no mana cost.
Wow.
Oblivion Ring. He's got 3 Oblivion Rings. The Chalice transformed. Adrian Sullivan's here. He's just back from his lunch break, standing by.
And Oblivion Ring is going to get it, possibly. Hetrick does have the Oblivion Ring for Chalice of Life.
Counter!
I will say, he didn't even...
Oh, did he? No, he can't activate it because it's already
tapped. It's already tapped.
Yeah. Oh, so close.
It's the first time I've ever seen one transform. I still haven't seen a Chalice of Death ever get activated, but... And Hetrick goes for Titan. I don't know if... Do you think that's the natural play, or do you think he's trying to not draw?
You gotta try to win.
Well, yeah, but you may want to have all your lands at your disposal when you do that.
Oh, Oblivion Ring on Oblivion Ring. We're getting Chalice back.
We're getting our Chalice of Life back. O-ring on the O-ring.
But it's going to be back to Chalice of Life. He has to reflip it by activating it, right?
Yes.
Because it's part of the activated ability, or... he's got it on the death side, so...
And
Hetrick's like, no. I don't think so. Okay, so you have to activate it and then be over 10 plus. Which he does. Transforms it.
No, it transforms tapped. Yes, Hetrick's like, no.
He's like, no. And a Ratchet Bomb. Oh my goodness. The Chalice.
He's back on the Chalice plan.
The Chalice plan. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see something you have never seen before right here on SCG Live. You're going to see a Chalice of Death win a match.
Not so fast.
Call your friends. Get them on Twitter. Get them on Facebook. Tell them that Chalice of Death is about to win a match.
What now in his yard? Does Hetrick have another blue? And doesn't matter. Well, It's
Zachary
dissipated.
has the dissipate.
Sun Titan, Phantasmal Image, Jace Memory Adept. Hetrick will pass the turn. Oh my.
And Zachary ratchets his bomb up 1 counter. Probably wants to get it up to 3 to defend against more Oblivion Rings.
And there's Zachary Brown, current owner, currently in control of a Chalice of Death and 2 Pristine Talismans. Casting his own Sun Titan.
Chester Moon, and Sean Webley, please come up to the main event stage.
Tap the chalice! Tap the chalice!
And that is Haunted Fengraf. So he's... Michael Hetrick will get back a Sun Titan. So with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
So
8.
5 plus 6. This is
He's going to have to use Jace to mill himself for 10 and hopefully mill himself into an Oblivion Ring. And then next turn he has the option of Jace mill into Oblivion Ring, Sun Titan getting back Oblivion Ring to get the Chalice off the board. Because he doesn't have the 11th land this turn, he's going to have to go for that. Or it's possible he's just going to try to race the Chalice. So
no, but Zachary's at 35 off of all of the life gain he's been
that's
using
very
incidentally.
he's going to have to find some answer to it.
Or he could have 3 Sun Titans again.
But Zachary Brown has a Day of Judgment in his hand.
And there it is!
There it is. Mike
Chalice
Hetrick
of
goes
Death.
to 11.
Activates. Lose 5 life. Michael Hetrick goes to 11. Sun Titan gets in there for Zachary. Brings back a Ghost Quarter.
Haunted Fengraf. And yep, and Michael does not want to activate Fengraf because he wants to have enough mana for the Jace into Sun Titan play next turn.
Has to block here, otherwise he's dead to the Chalice.
And he's still dead to a counter spell, which I'm not sure that whether Zachary has one.
2 Sun Titans die to Day of Judgment. And now we're really seeing the power of the Chalice. It sticks
Well,
around.
It's the sticks around.
It's
So
just an artifact.
So Michael's going to probably mill himself for 10, hoping to mill himself into an O-Ring, and then try to drop the Sun Titan to see if he can get that O-Ring.
Yeah, he's got...
Zachary does not have any counter spells, so this is possible. And I don't see why he doesn't mill himself first. Maybe I'm missing something. He seems like he has a game plan.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he rebuys all of his Sun Titans.
Right about those Sun Titans, but yeah, but I think
18 times 2 is 36.
Yeah, but I would have liked to have seen Jace mill himself for 10 first here.
Yeah, no, I agree. Oblivion Ring, or if he left the Ratchet Bomb in, Ratchet Bomb is a legit answer there.
So, yeah, Ratchet Bomb's also answers
the
the Chalice.
Chalice.
Or, yeah, yep.
Any judges not involved in one of the delinquent matches, please come over to the side event stage. Any judges not involved
Ghost Quarter your land.
in delinquent matches, please come to the side event stage.
Chalice you. Death, drink the death. It's going to put Michael Hetrick down to 6.
And that'll be 1 turn away from sealing up the match. Unless we don't know
boy.
what, if we're in turns, we're not sure what.
And Zachary Brown has another Day of Judgment. Michael Hetrick is down to just that.
Opting the Forbidden Alchemy, which is a decent amount of dig, though.
Finds a Spell Bomb.
He probably takes the Spell Bomb as it's the cheapest cantrip here.
Yeah, and he can just drop another Phantasmal Image in the yard, which is essentially another Sun Titan if you get one.
And he has Haunted Fengraf, so eventually he can start this chain over if he does draw himself out of it.
Is that a Ratchet Bomb? Okay, well he goes with the Spell Bomb first. Clear your yard, cantrip.
I believe it's a mana leak. Yeah,
it's a mana leak.
And that's a Seachrome Coast. That won't be good. Or Glacial Fortress.
So now he needs to play Jace, mill himself, and draw a card. Right, that's got to be his only answer.
And he has another Forbidden Alchemy.
Looking for
no. And Zachary
doesn't
Brown
find it.
wins the match.
Zachary Brown takes this match 2-1, activating Chalice of Death. We've got some people in the crowd pumping their fists over that. Loving the card. Chalice of Death. I can't believe it.